Happy Monday! This Mashup Monday will be in a few video parts so that it's broken up into the technical matters and then the instructional matters. First, for the technical matters, Gaggle and Dino are still in beta testing, and I appreciate your patience with both of these. I'm happy to report that there are a few bugs that have been worked out with Gaggle. First is the class links. It was reported that student class links were being blocked, and so you just have to know that when you put in a class link for a class, such as here, I have Dino Cloud and our Reed Spring School District. On your end, you set up the class link. When a student goes into their classes under class links, they have a pop-up blocker. So what they'll need to be aware of is when they click on this, it's opening up in a new window. And in that window, in the upper right-hand corner, there'll be a box with an X. They'll need to drop down and then allow the pop-up blocker. So that's what's happening is it's not really preventing them from getting there. They just have to allow the pop-up blocker, and it is there. Second, assignment submissions. Some students were randomly not able to submit assignments. That very same student was able to submit assignments later on, so it was very confusing as to what was going on there. It was discovered that files over 125 megabytes were not being accepted and not going through. That bug has been fixed, so now students submitting files should be able to submit their files with no problem as long as they're using the right file type. The Mark It Up feature seems to have been fixed, so if you're still experiencing problems with that, please let me know. And finally, students commenting on blogs or discussion board posts. The bug was that they're not able to comment on anybody else's blog or discussion post except for their own. In other words, you would have students in your class, you want them to be able to collaborate. They make a post and then they weren't able to post or make comments to each other's. That bug seems to have been fixed as well. And so now your students and you should be able to use those features in Gaggle for what you intended them to. Now let's move on to Dino Cloud. There's probably still a problem with students transferring from one class to another. That seems to be a low number of students that this is occurring for, but it is happening, and what I need is for you to report the name of the student, the class that they had transferred out of, and the class that they're transferring into. Any help that you can give me in that matter will sure help us cut down on the problem significantly. Finally, with Dino Cloud, we seem to have students who are forgetting or maybe pretending to forget their password. I know that when students first logged in, the password was generic. It's student 2014, no spaces, no caps. And then they should have changed their password to their lunch pin. Some did do this and others did not. In the meantime, they've forgotten what they set their password as. So now they can go down to forgot password and have the forgotten password retrieved through their Gaggle mail. So once they hit on forgot password, they go put in their email address, which is their Gaggle address, and that information should come to them through their Gaggle email. If it's something that's truly a problem, we'll address that. But for those students who keep pretending to forget their password, once they have to do this a few times and realize they're not going to be dismissed from class, maybe that will cut down on the number of kids who are forgetting their password.